my voice is audible to everyone, and I hope that everyone are submitting their task and every single thing. Before we take our start our class, just want to ask you that just tell me, hurry up in the chat box, that how are you feeling? Is everything going good or no?
Walaikum assalam, ma'am. I hope your health is better, and yes, your voice is quite audible.
Thank you for that. Yes, I am recovering. I will say I'm recovering, but again, it's a blessing to be sick, because I think in Islam is there's like that your past sins are getting removed. So I'm very happy for that. Again, recovery period is a little slow because, of course, I cannot miss any classes or anything. So that's why it is going smoothly, though I will say I am again very grateful for a very important skill to do. And let's just get started. So everyone, let's get started. Today we are going to do reading and listening skills, one of the most important and my favorite skills are reading and listening skills. So I hope all of you are ready as well. First, let's just have a journal discussion, right? Everyone, thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything. So let's have a journal discussion. What are reading and listening skills? Just anything. Just type anything what you want. What are reading and listening skills? What do you think comes in reading listening skills? Do you know what are reading listening skills are? Do you know the types of them, or do you know how to do them? Just write anything. I just want to know that your information, your intake about this topic before we continue. So I'm just going to wait for 2 minutes.
I guess there are basically two types of reading. Once you read that, unfortunately or sadly, most of Muslims, other than Arabic Muslims, we do read. We know how to read, but we do not understand Arabic. And second type of reading where you read and you actually understand as well. Okay, now listening is one is hearing and one is actually listening. Hearing, like I'm talking to you right now, and I'm listening to you. On the other side, simultaneously, there are different sounds in that are I'm able to hear them, but my focus is your
In the
conversation.
background, yes, exactly.
Yes, so listening is
Okay, thank you
actually
so much, Mr.
listening,
Ansar. You
and
are,
another thing
I will
hearing.
say,
Yeah.
you are right. So everyone, thank you so much for putting your intel on this. Let me explain what actually the listening skills and everything is on. First, listening skills are those skills that you need to have to understand the text message that you're getting. Now, if I heard something that I cannot understand, just like I can hear Pashto, I cannot listen and understand it. Similar to that, most of us are having this hearing ability because, of course, again, say that God, whatever the one you worship, is enabling us, and we have acquired the skill to listen through our ears. But if the whatever we are listening is not getting, we are not using this cognitive skills that we have, and we are not interpreting and analyzing the things that we are hearing, then there's no use of having those listening skills. Now, listening skills are very important for everyday life. If you are going for an interview test, I again say all the university students, again, you will face interviews, and again, most of my students that are who are in universities go abroad, and listening skills are the major part of your test. Again, it's either it is an IELTS test, a language search, is it a PTE, Duolingo, Oxford? All of these tests are taught by me, and listening plays a very important role. Even in life skills, life skills are those courses that are done by uneducated women and men if they're moving abroad. And again, listening is in that too. Even though reading is excluded, listening is still there. Now, I will give you one example. I will like to slow down and I will saturate my accent and everything. Let me say this, put this scenario that if you're not able to interpret and understand my text or whatever that I'm saying, it means you don't have those listening skills. And if you don't have those listening skills, all the major lectures, as well as all the recommendations, the social media is in English nowadays, the books, again, either it is related to business or Islamic or whatever it is mostly present. Even it's not present in that much in Urdu that it is present in English. If I am reading the life habits and everything of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and even in that, most of this text is present in English rather than in Urdu in present form. So I can interpret this and I can like conclude this message that you need to have listening and reading skills related to English if you want to improve your English and if you want to get comfortable with other people. In spite of whatever language the world is speaking, again, English is considered a universal language. So you have to understand those listening skills. We are just simply discussing what these words are. And then what reading skills are. Reading skills are those skills that you need to have to, again, understand whatever text you're reading, and like you are able to conclude its meaning through reading those texts. Again, those people who are Muslim here, so all the Muslims, Assalamu to you again being Muslim, whatever we are reading in Quran and we are not able to understand it, that's not reading. उसको रीडिंग कहा ही नहीं जाता, देखिए उसे तिलावत कहा जाता है। रीडिंग की डेफिनेशन में ही है, it's in the definition of reading that whatever you're reading you are able to understand it. If you're not able to understand it, it means you're not reading, you're just pronouncing the words. Okay, so reading has many types. There is intensive reading, extensive reading, there's skimming and scanning. Again, extensive reading, the skimming and scanning are part of extensive reading. There are two types of reading skills: intensive reading skills and extensive reading skills. These are the two reading types that you need to know. Okay, now first let's discuss extensive and intensive. Again, let's remove those words. I will give it another word. I will say that reading with your consciousness and reading for the pleasure. I like to label these two. Like, extensive reading is when you're just reading for your pleasure and not understanding the overall meaning, while you're just here for the sake of getting the main idea. Again, I will give you the example. This is my favorite book these days. So I read this book extensively. I just went through the pages and I just understood the meaning without focusing on vocabulary, without focusing on the details, just like without focusing on the meaning of author. I just read it through because of my pleasure, because all of the stories that we read, the novels, if anyone is speaking Urdu here, Pire Kamil, Abe Hayat, ठीक है, Jannat ke Pate बहुत famous हैं. So all of these books are read for pleasure. That's why we do extensive reading rather than an intensive one. That is extensive. Intensive is different. Intensive is reading your textbook. Like, I will give you an example. Again, I told you I have a bookshelf. This is an IELTS book, right? And here I have a reading passage here. Let me focus my camera. This is reading passage. So I am not reading this for pleasure. I am reading for this information, to gather information and conclude the idea. That is called intensive reading. When you're reading, you're focusing on vocabulary, you're focusing on author's meaning, you're focusing on writer's meaning, the information, whatever the content is, you're absorbing it and acquiring the ability to further explain it other than the questions that we are going to ask. So that is intensive reading. All right. Now, again, in English to skimming sports as well as a hobby to have. So this is the motion you do while skimming. just gathering the overall summary or overall core idea or the gist of it. There is internet issues from my side.
यस मैम, अभी आपकी आवाज ठीक है, लेकिन पहले काफी आवाज कट कट के आ रही थी।
Okay, again, I told you, अगर ऐसा कोई issue हो तो please inform me. I'm not aware कि कुछ issues हो रहे हैं. Is it clear now?
यस मैम, अभी क्लियर है। मैं आपको साथ साथ बता दूंगी अगर नेक्स्ट टाइम होता है तो।
Sure, sure. So, where was I? I was talking about skimming. Skimming का मतलब है कि आप text को आप just लेने के लिए, उसका core idea लेने के लिए, you just get the core idea, and that's why you read it. Scanning is completely different. Scanning is driven from the word, as just like you typed a word on Google, and the Google scan through all the websites and give you the information related to that word. Scanning is like this. Scanning is taking a word and finding it in the overall text. Just like I will say that maybe I have written this whole book, right? I have written this book through, and you will find the red hat section. You will not read the white hat or the black hat or the green hat or the blue hat. So that is scanning. Is this clear? Before we move towards the real activity. Okay, excellent, excellent. Okay, now I will request a host to share the reading material. Okay, recap of 5 minutes is like, again, it's something very natural. Wait, can you guys hear me? Hello? Okay.
Oh, yes,
yes
ma'am, you
मैम,
are
you're
audible
audible.
right now, but it's still a request if you could please give a recap of previous 5 minutes.
Sure. Sure. I'm saying that we have different reading skills, intensive and extensive. Intensive is when you're reading for understanding the text and gathering all the intel, while extensive would be just reading for your own pleasurement or reading to get overall idea. There are further two skills, that is skimming and scanning. Skimming is just like skimming through the text to just get an overall gist, while scanning is searching for the word that we really desire. Okay, ma'am, I will request you to go towards the passage one, like the passage. Yes, this is. Okay, Stonehenge. Okay, can anyone tell me? I would, again, I can, if you just raise your hand, I will allow you to open your mic. Can anyone tell me what are Stonehenge? Anyone, Stonehenge. Either the host can also reply. What are those?
मैम, आई डोंट नो।
Okay, what else? Who else? Anyone? Yes, they are big stones. Yes, yes, you're correct. Like, yes, like Transformers, you are correct. Transformer movies. No, not Transformer movies, but yeah, you're 50% correct. Anyone, Mr. Hamza, Mr. Saptan, again, anyone, Mr. Abdullah Wadood, the very active member, Alish Bataj, Kanvi, if you have any idea. Okay, let me explain. Stonehenges are किसके बारे में? Stonehenge के बारे में. What are Stonehenge? If you can see on the screen, stone circle, yes, you are correct. ठीक है? Stonehenge are they're located in
In
England.
England? Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They're in England, and actually, I will tell you, there are big stones, like huge, like nearly big as glaciers and mountains, but they are very, cylindrical shape and like rectangular shaped, and they're arranged in a circle, in a big huge circle, but they are located in plain area. Again, I will repeat that वो stones ऐसी जगह पर हैं, yes, and it's of course it's one of the seven wonders of the world. ये एक ऐसे plain जगह पर हैं जहाँ stones usually नहीं होते, और वहाँ plain area, जैसे greenery area, hills area है, और उसके अंदर ये circle में एक stone arrange है. And some people say that this is the there are many myths and there are many rumors about this thing, but it's like it's again contradicting, and it's there are many debates over it. Okay, again, I want some good readers. Again, some readers who can help me out and we can go over this class very smoothly. You can just type, say, I'm a good reader. Do show off in my class. Tell me who is a good reader, and I will allow him to read first two paragraphs. Hurry, hurry. You don't have
Ma'am,
the whole day.
I can try, but I would request if you can please zoom in it. Zoom
You
it
can
a
zoom in
little.
yourself. You can actually move your fingers and it will zoom in your on its own. Can you do that?
Yes, I can do
No,
it, but
the
it's
host.
better now. It's better now because I can zoom it, but it would not that work. It would not work that much, but now it's better.
All right, all right. All right, please start reading.
Okay. For centuries, historians and archaeologists actually,
Mhm.
when I zoom in, so it gives me, it has been acting up. Uh, Archaeologists have puzzles over the many mysteries. Actually, मैम मुझे zoom in करना पड़ रहा है तो मुझे problem हो रही है अगर ये
Okay,
text form में हो तो.
it's okay. I will read. And thank you so much, Mr. Hamza, for stepping in and breaking the ice. For centuries, historians. Okay, yes, Dr. Isra, or I don't like to pronounce the name because I think that I can mess them up very quickly using the British ones. So Dr. Isra, can you open your mic? Can
Yes,
you do
ma'am, I
it?
can try.
Sure, sure. Give it a try.
For centuries, historians and archaeologists have puzzled over many mysteries of Stonehenge, a prehistoric movement that took an estimate 1500
Monument.
years.
Wait, prehistoric monument.
Okay, a prehistoric monument that took an estimated 1500 years to erect, located in the Salisbury Plain in southern England. It is comprised of roughly 100 massive upright stones placed in the circular layout.
Thank you so much,
Archaeologists
Doctor. No, that's it. Okay, again, I will read it slowly. Good job. But you have to work on the exit as well. Remember, I teach in the first two class. For centuries, look, you are our sound rule, our silent ho jayega. For centuries, historians and archaeologists have puzzled over the many mysteries of Stonehenge, a prehistoric monument that took an estimated 1500 years to erect. नहीं होगा, erect, located on Salisbury Plain in southern England. It is comprised of roughly 100 massive upright stones placed in a circular layout. Okay. Host, can you just move it a little bit up? Archaeologists believe England's most iconic prehistoric ruin was built. Ruins हम कहते हैं कि like a place that is not like it's not in its real position, it's not position, and it has been decaying for a mile. But like tabah, a destroyed place, we call it a ruin. All right. Archaeologists believe England's most iconic prehistoric ruin was built in several stages. Now they're talking about Stonehenges, and we are doing intensive reading. Yes, thank you. With earliest constructed 5,000 or more years ago. First, and Neolithics, Britons used to use wait, let me zoom in. primitive tools which may have been fashioned out of deer anthers. Now they're talking about how the tools were fashioned. Fashion means made out of, okay? Made out of. To dig a massive circular ditch. Ditch means a hole, and bank or henge. Deep pits dating back means they were talking about since then to that era and located within the circle may have once held a ring of timber post. Timber is name of a wood that is really old. Timber is wood, according to some scholars. Now, in these two paragraphs, they're simply talking about Stonehenge, and it's like history. First, they talk about history and location, and in this next paragraph, they're talking about one of its theories about it, that how it was. Okay, can we got it? And how it was made. So they're talking about that. And again, Ursula, thank you for telling me. It's yes, it's physical degeneration or destruction of a place. Okay, so there is these two paragraphs clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Again, I will request anyone else to read, but I need
Ma'am,
you to focus on your.
I would like to retry.
Sure, why not?
For centuries, historians and archaeologists have puzzled over the many mysteries of Stonehenge, a prehistoric monument that look an estimated 1500 years. Oh, hold on. 1500 years in to erect, located on Salisbury Plain in southern England. It is comprised of roughly 100 massive upright stones placed in a circular layout. Archaeologists believe England's most iconic uh, plat- prehistoric ruin was built in several stages, with the earliest constructed
Several, not sif, several.
several stages, with the earliest constructed 5,000 or more years ago. First Neolithic uh, Neolithic, yes.
Okay, it's okay. Neolithic.
Neolithic Britons used primitive tools which may have been fashioned out of clear uh, clear
Deer anthers.
what's this? Ma'am, what's written after deer?
Anthers. Again,
Okay,
antlers.
anthers.
Sorry, it's like antlers. Sorry, I thought it was an edge.
Okay, to
Antlers.
dig a massive circular ditch and bank or henge deep pits dating back to that era and located within the circle may have once had a ring of timber posts, according to some scholars. Ma'am, you are saying no timber. Okay, you are just replying to someone.
What?
Several hundred years later, it is through Stonehenge builders uh, hoisted an estimated Stonehenge. Oh no, ma'am. I guess I'm done. Thank you.
Again, I will appreciate you quite a lot. Let me tell you, everyone, it's not easy to focus on accents when because you just learned it 2 to 3 days ago, and I know you were trying a lot with your accents. So again, I will clap for you. Again, good job done. You are doing great. And inshallah, I think that we would have the next generation, or the next, not even next generation, soon, the youth of Pakistan would be speaking in greater than Britons, I would say. So I will again, now I want several hundred years later from there, I want the third paragraph to be written by Abdul Wadud. Abdul Wadud, can you do me this favor? And again, let me explain the difference between timber and lumber. First, the word is erect. Erect. Again, the thing I told you that it's like R is between two vowels. So in some exceptional cases we do pronounce it, but it's erect. वो भी R की sound हम फिर भी नहीं निकाल रहे, हम उसको एक दूसरी sound दे रहे हैं. And again, the T is at the end, so we will sign in the T. And let me give you one more example. The timber is unprocessed wood, just like I just cut a tree down and the bark and tree is there. But lumber is usually when I processed it, and it's like I have refined it and cut it into pieces and just stacked it up. So that is lumber. A tree and lumber, this is the big difference. Okay. Abdul Wadud, are you ready to read third and fourth paragraph in one go?
Is from where to start?
Are you able to do that, Mr. Abdul Wadud?
Yes, I shall try.
All right. This mic is yours. Please start pronouncing them.
From where to it start? Third paragraph.
जी sir.
Can
Third
you
paragraph.
repeat third paragraph? Yes, several hundred years later.
Several hundred years later, it is thought Stonehenge builders hoisted an estimated 80 blue stones, 43 of which remain today, into standing positions and placed them in either a horseshoe or circular formation. These stones have been traced all the way to the Brazil Hills in Wales, some 300 kilometers from Stonehenge. How then did prehistoric builders without sophisticated tools or engineering haul these boulders, which weigh up to 4 tons, over such a great distance? According to one long-standing theory among archaeologists, Stonehenge builders fashioned sledges and rollers out of tree trunks to lug the blue stones from the Brazil Hills. They then transferred the boulders onto rafts and floated them first along the west coast and then up to the river Avon toward Salisbury Plain. Alternatively, they may have towed each stone with a fleet of vessels. More recent archaeologists' hypotheses have them transporting the bluestones with supersized wicker baskets on a combination of ball bearings and long groove planks hauled by oxen.
Okay, thank you so much, Abdul Wadud. Again, clapping for you. You aced it, you nailed it. Again, now I'm going to explain it a little. I hope that you can see me on camera. Can you guys see me? I cannot see myself, so I don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You,
ma'am, you are visible.
Okay. This is the horseshoe. I hope that it is clear. This is the horseshoe shape. I want to just first clear this. Most of my students tell me that, ma'am, we don't know what is a horseshoe, so I wanted to just give a clear picture. Now, I want you to focus again on the reading page. And they're talking about that first hypothesis or first deduction about the Stonehenges was when they were, again, some of my think, yeah, hum kya pad rahe hain, but it is very important that we need to we need to indulge in ourselves in this reading material to understand its meaning. And this is what intensive reading is. And this is what reading skills are that I need you to attain. Of course, after that we are going to practice skimming and scanning, so just don't worry, okay? Just trust me on this one. Okay, so they're talking about the first deduction was that the deep pits were dug, and then the circle was made by the timber post and everything, and it was done by the primitive tools by Neolithic Britons. The second the hypothesis, or the second again the thought was that there were estimated 80 blue stones, right? Now usually there were first 100 and now they're taking about 80, and 43 are remaining today. They were placed by in a horse or circular formation, and were these were carried by a longer distance. Now they're again questioning, the text is questioning themselves, that how these great heavier ton stones, and they have mentioned 4 tons carried over great distance. So according to a long-standing theory, long-standing theory means the thing that has stood for a long time and no one has able to cross its debate. So among archaeologists is that they were sludges. Sludges is means like there were like एक गधा गाड़ी होती है ना, तो उसके पीछे गाड़ी होती है, लेकिन sludge is usually not in a car shape but a laying position. Again, I hope all you know that, and rollers of a great tree trunks to lag the blue stones from parsley hills. Now they're talking about that these things were used to like carry them, or to like locate their position towards the England, the southern England. Again, I already told you that the stones where it's standing itself have no stones in the side. जहाँ वो located है, Stonehenge located है, उसके इर्द गिर्द कोई mountain नहीं है, वो एक plain area है, hilly area है. So now they're questioning that how the stones came into the place. Now they're talking about, again, alternatively, they may have towed each stone with a feet of vessel, which now they're talking about another hypothesis here, that maybe they were hauled by oxen. Oxen are plural form of oxes. So they're talking about maybe they were carried through oxes, like it's a U-shaped. Yes, something horseshoe is a U-shaped, like a magnet-shaped type of thing, but thoda sa wo curved hota hai at the ends. So till here, the paragraph is clear to everyone?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will read the last paragraph and then we are going to move towards the question, and I'm going to question you lot to do remember the text we are reading. As early as 1970s, geologists have been adding their voices to the debate over how stone geologists, the one who study the geographical planetaries and everything, how Stonehenge came into being, challenging the classic image of industrial builders pushing, catering, and rolling or hauling giant stones from far away Wales. Wales is a place. Some scientists have suggested that it was glaciers, means that glacier melted and the glaciers just rolled itself, and like there was a free fall. And this is how the stones came into place, not humans. It was done by nature, not humans, that carried the blue stones to the Silbury plain. Most archaeologists have remained skeptical, means they're very suspicious about this theory, however wondering how the force of nature could possibly have been delivered the exact number of stones needed to complete the circle. Now this is, again, everyone, I want you to critically think. ठीक है, सोए नहीं रहना. Okay, I'm being very bilingual today, but सोए नहीं रहना, ठीक है, जाग रहे हैं and critically thinking करें कि now one person is saying that it was done by humans because it is in such an exact number in a circle shaped, and it is not possible that nature has done it, because how does nature know that it will take this amount of numbers to complete the circle? Another point, geologists are saying that these are at such a further away from the actual place that these blue stones are from, and they are so heavy, and the humans did not have at that time, did not have such tools to carry such big stones, such large stones to such a great amount of distance. Now they're both are having debates, right? Exactly, I 100% agree. So this is just a text that is talking about Stonehenges, and I hope कि आज जब आप इस class से जाएं तो you have a whole bunch of knowledge about Stonehenges. Okay, now again, host, can you move towards the page with the blanks? Stonehenges blanks. Yes. Okay. The ditch and the hinge were dug, possibly using tools made from what? Who can answer? We were doing intensive reading. We talked about that Neolithical Britons used primitive tools and which was fashioned out of what? Okay, let's see who can answer. Again, I will move back if anyone is not able to answer. Anyone who can answer this question? Antler something. Yes, Ursula, you are correct, but there's one word before these antlers, and anyone can guess that. Again, I'm going to clap for them. Or again, Miss Mahindo does not clap for everyone. Yes, good job. Deer antlers. The answer was deer antlers that were fashioned out of deer antlers. Dash may have been arranged in deep pits inside circle. Dash. Again, there was again a debate about what wood. What was the name of the wood?
Timber.
Excellent, yes, good. Timber may have been arranged in deep pits inside the circle. Stage 2, bluestones from present hills were placed in a standing position. Theories about transportation of the bluestones. Archaeological builders used dash to make sledges and rollers. Builders used what?
Lumber.
A word, are you sure it's lumber?
No, I'm not sure actually.
Ma'am, log.
Log, do you think so? Okay, again, host, can you go back to the page where we were studying, and I will give you a minute to think about it. That's all right. Have a minute. You are correct. You are correct, but not log. There is a word, special word, not fashioned.
Horseshoe. Horseshoe.
No. Again, host, can you move back to the page, the passive one, text? Builders use dash to make sledges and rollers. I guess it's in the third paragraph. Host, I'm talking to you. Can you?
Ma'am, actually, Sir Mozzam is sharing the screen.
Yeah.
I will text him.
Okay, sure. Yes, that was such an unexpected answer. You
Tree
are
trunk.
correct. Shanzegul, tree trunk. This is 100% correct. Shanze, tell me truthfully, are you cheating or no? Okay, I hope you're not. Again, class, we are having a fun class. We are having a relaxed and chilled class. So, again, though being recorded, getting recorded is kind of, pressure, but I just, my classes are usually based on TPR, total physical response. So I want you all to be active and have an active session. So there is no problem in you being enjoying and having questions. Just enjoy your time, make this time last you a moment and enjoy this. Okay, just swear you will enjoy it. Just promise. Do you promise? No, don't go towards the listening part now. I'm not listening. We are just redoing reading today because it's going to take time. Thank you, Ursula, if you're enjoying. Thank you, Kanvi. Just reading part. First, we'll complete that, then we're moving towards the listing one. Again, I think boys are not enjoying. Mr. Hamza and Mr. Saptan, I think you're not enjoying the classes.
No, that's actually not the case, but I am silently appreciating everything.
Okay, thank you for doing that. Again, let's wait for the host to share the screen. It's okay. We can wait. Again, I will say thank you so much, host, for putting so much effort into today's class, but not this page, the first one. Yes, this one, it's a little blurry. Okay, so we were doing the tree trunks, and again, Shanze Gol got the lead. Shanze, I do have this policy that I usually gift something like a sweet or a candy to the students who are very active. But unfortunately, you're not with me right now in my present physical classes. So just consider this clapping as a gift. Okay. Okay. Now, again, can we move towards the blank? Again, the host would be very angry with me. I'm just making him room around. Host, can you move towards the blank page, the stone hinges with the filling the blanks? Okay, yes, this is the page. Okay, dash, pulled, or hold those giant. I cannot read. It's kind of blurry, but it's okay. I will try to read it from here.
Giant baskets.
Okay, it's baskets. Okay, though it was blurry for me to read. Yes,
Well,
who
it is
pulled those giant
actually
baskets?
blurred. Yes, it is blurred.
It's okay. I will just speak about it. Okay, can anyone tell me the name of the animal that hold those giant baskets? If you
Oxys. Oxys.
oxens, not sis, sons, oxens. Yes, good job,
Oxens.
Mr.
Yeah.
Hamza. Yes, oxens. All right, as we are moving towards okay, they were brought from Wales by Dash. They were brought from Wales by Dash. Now they're talking about geologists. What geologists said? What were they? How the rocks came into being? Through what? Yes, Muhammad Sabtin, you are 100% correct. This is what I want in my class, that everyone is active. Yes, glaciers. You are correct. Glaciers brought them. Okay. Though we are going to move forward, though it's kind of blurry. Wait. Okay, just
Ma'am,
give
how
me a
would we
second.
pronounce this word? Because R is followed by vowel.
What word?
Blury.
Glaciers?
No, no, blurry. We are not
Blurry.
supposed to pronounce R.
It's
Uh,
two R's. I think blurry,
okay,
BLURRY.
okay.
It's two R's, so you will pronounce one word and you will leave one R out. You will pronounce one R and leave one R out. Blurry.
Uh, got it, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, host, can
Ma'am,
you?
it's clearly visible for me. If you want, I can read it aloud.
No. I want you to share the second passage. You are done with the first page. Can you share the second reading page?
Why we cannot see it clearly then?
Though I cannot even see it clearly, what I can do is I can share the page in the group. I think everyone would be in the group and they can just go out from the Zoom class, and as I'm not sharing my screen as well, they can just read it from there. I have just shared it. It's all right. Did you receive it on your WhatsApp, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am, we
ma'am.
have received.
Okay, open the reading text page and we are going to read two more paragraphs, and we are going to do the last two blanks. Okay, I need someone to volunteer to read two paragraphs. I can read this. Oh, Mr. Abdullah Wadud is very active. Mr. Abdullah, if I would be in the class, if you would be in my physical classes, you would receive a reward. But good job. Okay, but I think so. Ursula, Arshad has not read anything. So, Ursula, can you open your mic and read the two paragraphs?
Assalamualaikum. Am I audible?
Ursula, your
Yes.
voice is too low.
My mic is a bit off.
No, it's okay. Now it's okay.
Okay. So the third phase, from the third phase, ma'am?
It's page number 2, and just read the first paragraph. And yes,
Okay.
the third phase.
Okay. The third phase of construction took place around 2000 BCE. At this point, sandstone slabs known as slabs known as sarcens were arranged into an outer crescent or ring. Some were assembled into the iconic three-pieced structures called trilithons that stand tall in the center of the Stonehenge. Some 50 of these stones are now visible on the site, which may once have contained many more. Radiocarbon dating has revealed that work continued at Stonehenge until roughly 1600 BCE, with the blue stones in particular being repositioned multiple times. But who were the builders of Stonehenge? In the 17th century, archaeologist John Aubrey made the claim that Stonehenge was the work of Druids, who had important religious, judicial, and political roles in Celtic society. This theory was widely popularized by the antiquarian William Stukeley, who had unearthed primitive graves at the site. Even today, people who identified as modern Druids continue to gather at Stonehenge for the summer solstice. However, in the mid 20th century, radiocarbon dating demonstrated that Stonehenge stood more than 1,000 years before the celts inhabited the region. Ma'am, should I continue?
Yeah, you should. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you should continue.
Many modern historians and archaeologists now agree that several distinct tribes of people contributed to Stonehenge, each undertaking a different phase of its construction. Bones, tools, and other artifacts found on the site seem to support this hypothesis. The first stage was achieved by the Neolithic agrarians, who were likely to have been indigenous to the British Isles. Later, it is believed groups with advanced tools and a more communal way of life left their mark on the site. Some believe that they were immigrants from the European continent, while others maintain that they were probably native Britons descended from the original builders. If the
Okay, excellent. Oh, stop. Okay, excellent. Your name, can you pronounce it for me?
Uraza Irshad.
Radesha.
Uraza Irshad.
Raza Ishal. Okay, I thought your name was Urzila.
It's
Okay, Miss. Okay, Miss Radha. It's your again, Miss Radha. Okay.
Ma'am, it's
Ma'am,
Uraza.
Urada. Again, I cannot hear it. Urada.
Okay. Ma'am, it's all right. Initially, I was also not
Ma-
able to pronounce my name
Ma'am, she
name
is
right.
saying it's Z or Raza.
Uraza. Okay, I was hearing it D. Thank you for telling me. Everyone, you're so supportive of me. Thank you. So, Uraza, Miss Uraza, I love your accent. I love your fluency about the pronunciation. And it's smooth, it's glidely, and I really enjoyed it. So everyone, let's just conclude the paragraph in a few words that they're talking about the third phase construction. They're talking about that how the stencil slabs were arranged in outer and inner circle, as well as they're talking about that the 50 stones are visible on the slides. So now again they're talking about that this was the reason for its forming. Again, they're discussing different hypotheses, and again the radiocarbon dating means the physical or scientific revelation revealed that the stone hinges are moved multiple times, so they're not in their original place, they are moved again and again. So this shows again one of like a reason for its not the reason for its, I would say, the placement or the location is not completely decided, because of course it's again and again moving, and everyone is a very they're thinking about this thing, that everyone is very suspicious and skeptical that about its origin. And in the second paragraph, they're talking about the John Arbery and his claims about that Stonehenge is worked as what? So there he's talking about his stone has worked as jutes. Jutes are usually a place of brewing. Okay, again, in many contexts, this word is used for many different things. Many different things. All right. So let's go back to the filling the blanks, and let's talk about the builders. The theory arose in 17th century that the builders were celestial dash. Can anyone tell me what celestial what?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I'm just reading this blank 6. A theory arose in the 17th century that its builders were celestial what? We just read the word. It's in, yes, Jude's. You are correct. Okay, everyone. So that's first what we did. We did intensive reading. Then, so for some words, we went back to the text and did scanning. And that was how you guys do the intensive, extensive, and sometimes we did skimming as well. Again, these skills need a lot of practice to learn. I hope you had an entertaining time. And though I wished to do the listening but we are going to do listening um, tomorrow as well as writing. So I hope we covered those two topics, as I don't think so listening would be possible. It takes a long time and a lot of time. And that's it for today. Anyone is having any questions, you may ask now.
Oh, ma'am, because we had short of time, so I guess you also told that we would be covering skimming and scanning. We would be practicing, or we would be diving into
Oh,
different
yeah.
to differentiate both of them. So can we just shed a little light again on both of them?
All right,
I
let me
know I
explain.
am understood by the scanning, but skimming is still bit needs to be understood by me.
Okay, scanning is are you talking skimming? Okay. Skimming is when you're reading the text in quickly just to get an overall meaning. You're not there for reading it and understanding each and every word. You're just there to read and absorb the overall meaning. Got it?
So you just you are more concerned about just context, not the overall
Exactly.
learning point of view, like vocabulary, sentence structure,
Exactly.
and etc.
Yes, bingo, you're correct. Yes, that's the skimming part. Skimming part is usually done when you're if I'm using it in, of course, the many of stats test, many of other tests and interviews, psychological tests required you to do intensive reading. So once you're done with intensive reading, you usually go back to the text just to confirm your information and achieve your answer through skimming or scanning. Skimming, when you are not sure where the text is, so you just go through the paragraph once again and quickly just to find that word. And scanning is when you know the location of the word, just like you knew the location of word oxens, and you just go back to it and confirm the answer, and then you said it. So that's the scanning part. Again, class, I hope everything was clear. Any question as well, you can ask me. Again, I will excuse myself. Just ask me quickly, as I'm not feeling that well. And thank you so much for today's session. I guess tomorrow is our last session.
Yes,
I,
ma'am.
thanks to you, actually, ma'am. You have been so humble, and we have been learning a lot from you. and
thank you.
we are really grateful, even though you are not really feeling well, but still you are here for us. So really appreciate it, and may Allah bless you with a speedy recovery. Shifai Kamila, Amin.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, you all been a very interactive and immersive class. I really loved it. You are always responding to me. The chat is active. Again, I would say big thanks to Success Map to that they have made it possible for me to connect to such beautiful audience. Again, the candidates are beautiful as well as ethical. So that's a big compliment. Again, I really love ethical people who have respect for everyone. And thank you so much, everyone. That's it for today. Thank you, everyone, for blessing me in such a kind remarks as well as health greetings. Thank you so much. And Allah Hafiz. Take care, everyone.
Allah Hafiz. Thank you.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.